Hi everyone, I'm so glad to be back on here. I've got loads of stuff to tell you. I keep saying some. I'm a bit tired, so I really apologise if I'm a bit slow. I'm absolutely exhausted and in pain. I can't move my neck, it really hurts. It's been a weird week. Well, 3 days, but it feels like a week worth of filming with the BBC from about 7 in the morning till 11 at night. That was yesterday. I'm so glad it's done, to be honest. Filming is finished, so I can relax because I'm in agony and I think my immune system's been hit hard. Running around, not really wanting to eat because you're nervous and just drinking coffee after coffee. But it's been fun. I've had a good time and I've grew to like the BBC crew, even though I was sceptical of them at first because I don't trust them. And I will have a running joke that, are you going to film something horrible? But they know what I mean and you're probably watching. Also, I got to meet Matthew again, the people who are working with us on the Barry M things, and it was lovely to see a familiar face. You don't think of it, you know, day to day. You just think, you know, people that you like, it's nice to talk to them and that. But when you're having a bit of a bad time or you're feeling out of your depth, to see a familiar face is really nice. And he came along to do a little bit of an interview for us. And he was lovely and it was really nice to see him, you know, when you just feel so comfortable because you know somebody. And I was all like kind of on my own really. I'd only known the BBC people for a couple of days, so to see Matthew again when he come for us, which was brilliant. So thank you, Matthew, I mean it. It was lovely to see you because I was feeling a bit scared and out of my depth, yeah, BBC again. They took us to Ruby Hammer's house. Ruby was lovely and she gave us some great advice. And she's beautiful looking. She really is. She's gorgeous. So I had a nice time there and I didn't get the questions across that I'd like to have done because I was a little bit tired and nervous and it was my first time. So I kind of felt a bit frustrated with myself. And I thought, you know, hopefully this will come in time, confidence, because it just didn't get the points out that I wanted. Plus she talked a lot, so it was really hard. And I didn't want to be rude and butt in, but then it got to the point where I never got to say what I wanted. But that's fine. I think we explained it to her afterwards that it was a bit overwhelming. Then I went to the Google head offices in London and I met some of the YouTube team, and that was fantastic because I like talking to the people at YouTube, which is really nice because, you know, usually when you're talking to a big corporation you don't get much of a reply, but they've been really nice. And I will say that about them because it's not often you'll find huge people that reply to emails because they just don't have time, but they've always kept in touch with me and answered me emails if I've asked them something. So they've been really helpful. Never ever thought I'd get to meet them, but it was just lovely. And another thing, when we arrived there, they all knew who I was and they watched me videos in the office. Isn't that great? It was just a fantastic time, and I met up with some of the people that I do talk to personally, called Laurie Scott. She's from America, so it was weird to hear in her accent because you don't have any idea who you're talking to on an email. The whole day went perfect. And that was the top off for me, meeting the Google people and the people at YouTube. And I got loads of business cards. Those just keep in contact. It might have just been polite, but who cares, I'll keep in contact anyway. It was just brilliant talking to them all and getting to meet them, and hopefully go back again soon for maybe a huge meetup. I don't know what's happening yet, but that would be dead fun. It was funny because there were so many accents going on in the room. There was American, there was me, Geordie girl, which I think is horrible. I don't like the sound of it, but they thought it was nice. I think you do when it's not your own. And I thought this was exotic, you know, be different. And then an Australian guy, we were like playing guess the accents in the end. It was really fun and I enjoyed myself. And they put me at ease because I felt like I knew them because I'd emailed with them. But yeah, so that went well. Filming's finished. Oh, the day before was a Wednesday and we went to Superdrug in Gateshead. And funnily enough, we managed to get 8 people's makeup done, all filmed, and it was strange because I made them feel comfortable. I did exactly what I set out to do. It was brilliant. It worked well, but because I'm a little bit overweight, I think that's what it was, and I was nervous. So they had the heating on and it was just uncontrollably boiling. It was horrible and there was no escaping from it. So you wrap boiling heat up with nerves. I was absolutely sweating, and I was so embarrassed about it that I couldn't concentrate on what I was doing. So it was pretty awkward, but I really enjoyed it, and I'll do it again tomorrow in a heartbeat. Everything went well, and I think the girls were happy with what I'd done. I got sent out to go and get a coffee while they were interviewed privately, and everything went well, so nobody said anything awful. And I'm pretty good at picking up on what people are thinking. I think I'm just dead sensitive to everything, sensitive to bad, good. It's just not a good trait to have, because it can just drive you mad in the brain. But I think I'm sensitive to a lot of things, and I picked up on that. They were all really happy. There was a good thing going with her when we're doing the makeup on each other, when I was doing their makeup, sorry. And it was all filmed as well, so they would have been just as nervous having a camera right in front of them. The college went well. The college put a brilliant display on, and it was fantastic. Some of the girls in my class done like a little bit of a talk to the cameraman, which was brilliant. I liked Maggie, who was the one who done all the interviews for the BBC, and she does the editing. And Phil, the cameraman, he was lovely to work with as well. And I said, I'm actually going to miss yous. And that was not something I wanted to say, but it was, because I'd spent so long with them. Even though it's only 3 days, the hours worth was just jam-packed. And so when you're not going to see them again, I says, you know, see you later. It's going to be odd not seeing you tomorrow. So that was funny. But do you know, this is really learned as a lesson. Things are not always what they seem, and it's always nice to see a familiar face. It's been a weird couple of days. I don't want to say too much, but it's been a bit of a roller coaster, and a load of this what's happened on YouTube to me has happened so fast that maybe I'm not ready for some of it. Like the Ruby Hammer thing, because I didn't know what to say to her, because to be honest I didn't know of her properly, and it was only the BBC hadn't told her that it wasn't me who wanted to see her. The BBC had set all that up, and it was their idea to meet the makeup artist to get some advice for the programme. But it wasn't my idea, but they hadn't told her that. So she assumed that I'd come looking for her to ask advice all by myself, that it was my idea, and I hadn't. So that was a little bit awkward. And I asked why they hadn't told her beforehand, and you know, it was just because of the programme. And I know, Maggie, you're not going to be amused with us saying that, but I'm sorry. I wanted to get that point across. You don't always get the truth in these things. But you learn a lot, you do, and it's horrible because I'm so naive and want to believe everybody's so friendly, and I don't know, the more and more that I see, I feel people are not as real as I'd like them to be, and it's horrible. It really is quite upsetting. I kind of came home, I was on a high because everyone at Google was just fantastic, and then I come home doubting, thinking, oh, they're just being nice. You just don't know. But I never felt anything bad from that. I felt they were sincere, and I don't know, maybe I look into things too much. I'm really sensitive to these things, and it drives us mad. I wish I could just get on with it and get over it, because we're all going to meet someone fake onward in our life. But it just really hit me hard, and because I'm not used to any of this, I don't know how to act with it all. I just trying to go back again, my camera cut out. I think the problem is that I don't have anybody apart from the Barry M PR people who help us, so a lot of my decisions have got to be made by me, and I've got to just keep going with my gut on what's right, what's not to do. And it can be pretty scary because obviously I'm not used to any of this, so I'm finding it a little bit difficult. And I explained this to the people at YouTube, and they give me some cards to contact them if I ever need to ask any advice, or which is really nice. And they give us they told us to get in contact with another YouTuber who'd done well for themselves. So, you know, it's all just a learning curve, and I'm thoroughly enjoying every moment of it. It's just trying to get it right, and, you know, make the best decisions, and just filter out what's bad, what's good, what, you know. But all in all, I enjoyed the whole day, and the day before, and the day before that. The 3 days of filming's been good. Tiring, but good. And I'm really glad to be back on here, because without you lot, I wouldn't have even had the chances that I've had, you know. So thank you. I've got a couple of shout outs, not your usual ones, mostly just to everybody. I don't want to leave anybody out here because I think it's unfair giving no like shout outs to just the odd person. But every single one of people who've subscribed or commented or emailed me, thank you. I can't put all your names in a bag, but there's just tons of yous, and I can't believe how much yous have really made a difference to the way I feel, and you've made us feel fantastic. If I'm down, I read the emails and they're lovely. So thank you, everybody, really, from the bottom of my heart. And I hate saying that because I know it's cliche, but it's how I want to say hello to Laurie Scott, because I know you might be watching sometime when you get back. So that was nice to know. And Ollie, who is the managing director of Google, I think it was. Hello to you too. It was brilliant to meet you. I really mean that, because it was, it was exciting. I didn't even know the offices were in London, but so it was nice to meet you. A couple of more things. I want to also say thank you to everybody who watches and who've seen me in the street and said hello. Yes, people have been recognising me a lot lately, which is really lovely. Also, me college, a lot of the girls were fantastic, and I think it's really nice that they gave good interviews. And me tutor Sandra, she was lovely, and everything couldn't have went any better. It was just brilliant. And also, when they were at the counter in Superdrug, 2 girls had actually recognised me off my videos, so they got their makeup done too, and I think that they were happy. I hope they were, and I hope I made them feel comfortable. If you are watching, I'd love some feedback on how you felt, because it all helps, because I can change it if it's not right. But I think it went well. And what else? I think that's about it really. I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone again, because without you I wouldn't be here, and it's really nice. I'm sorry if I keep repeating myself, but I want to keep saying it, because you mean a hell of a lot to us, so thank you. And to everybody else. And also, if you do see us in the street and you do recognise us by any chance, don't stare at us funny, because I keep thinking I've got something on my face. Say hello, I recognise you. Because I do feel different when I'm out now. People are looking at me a lot more, which is odd. They probably don't know where I'm from or what, but they might have seen us on something or read about us. It's possible. So if you have, don't worry, say hello. I'll say hello back. Don't be scared, I won't bite. But anyway, I'm going to go now, and I'm going to get this uploaded and have a cup of coffee. Yes, another coffee. So I'll see you all later. I'll be back for loads more tutorials and different looks. I've got plenty more neutral looks because I don't do enough of them. More vibrant ones. Ow. And some gold looks, some green looks, some blue looks, all those different eye colours, because we can't get enough of them. And if anyone asks for colours with green eyes, I've got green eyes, and I've got 130 odd videos up there, so you'll find something, and if not, I'll do something extra for you. But I think it's best to say we'll go for brown and blue eyes as well, because you're going to see what the colour looks like on my eyes anyway if you've got green. So that's just an idea, but don't worry, if you've got another idea, let us know. Send all your requests in. Can't reply to every single one of them, but I do read them all, and they do make me feel lovely, and I just want to say thank you for that, because it's not often you meet so many great people. So I'm going to love yous and leave yous, and I'll speak to you soon. Zoom zoom.